Hello, welcome. My name is Charles. In this video, I'm going to be showing us on how you can create a resume. Now, you've heard of the word resume, you've heard of the word CV. They are quite similar but different in their own perspective. Now, you have gotten a skill. Is it a test skill, a digital skill? The next thing you need to get is a job, right? Before you be employed by an organization or an employer, the first thing they will ask you is submit your resume or submit a CV. But what's the difference between a CV and a resume? A resume simply is a formal document, right, that is used to apply for a job in a particular area. So resume is more like a summarized format of a CV, usually 1 to 2 pages, that specifies a particular job role. For instance, you're a graphic designer. What you should be submitting for a job role that requires a graphic designer is a resume instead of a CV. A CV can be more than 2 pages. It can be as much as 10 pages, and it's usually used basically for academic researches. If you're applying for academic purposes and contracts, you make it of a CV. But a resume basically is a 1 to 2 pages document that is streamlined to a particular technical role. Right? Now, what are the key features of a resume? The major features of a resume is that a resume should be concise, maximum 2 pages, and it should be tailored to a particular niche. For instance, I'm a web developer, right? I'm a graphic designer, UI, UX. So the resume is going to show my professional work experience as a web developer, my professional work experience as a graphic designer. All of these will be outlined in a resume. Now, a resume has the following areas, the following features. We have the header, we have the professional summary. The header is where you put in your name, your phone number, your email, your contact address, right? All of these, your LinkedIn portfolio link or your portfolio link, all of these are put in the header. After the header, we have the professional summary. We also have, after the professional summary, the work experience, your skills, education, and then certification. Now, whenever you apply for a job role online, on a job board, or a company, companies these days make use of what we call ATS. ATS simply means what? Automated what? Applicant, it means what? Applicant tracking system. ATS simply means applicant tracking what? System. It is used to track resumes of applicants. Okay? Now, that platform should be put so much into cognizance while writing a resume, because it's more like a programmed platform that searches for keywords recruiters are looking for. For instance, a company or an employer needs a graphic designer, and under the responsibility, say they need a graphic designer that is good with Photoshop, with the Adobe suits, Photoshop, Illustrator, and all of that. And then you're a graphic designer that is focused on CorelDRAW, but you can still do those Photoshop. When you're creating your resume, you should use those keywords that has both Photoshop, Illustrator in your resume, because the applicant tracking system will go through resumes that have the keywords that are needed by the employer. So if your resume does not contain those keywords, then it may not be filtered together with the resumes that are needed. So your resume should be ATS compliant, right? Okay, now I'm going to show you step-by-step process using an example on how you can set your resume. So let us get started with. In a resume, these are the common sections of a resume. We have the header. The header contains the name, the contact details, your LinkedIn profile, and the portfolio. The professional summary is basically a brief introduction highlighting your experience and skills. Your resume also contains the work experience, list of past jobs with responsibilities and achievements. We also have the skills. Now, the skills basically highlights your core technical skills, your hard skills, all right? Then education, you talk about your university degree and the year of graduation. Then the certification and other additional sections like courses, projects, and languages if applicable. So these are the core sections of a typical resume. Now, creating an ATS-compliant resume is quite important. That is what works better while applying for roles online. So your resume should not be like the beautiful CV you see where they put pictures, make use of text boxes, all right? Your resume should be plain because the applicant tracking system reads what in between the line of your resume. So when you have a resume that has images, the applicant tracking system will read it as image. So the applicant tracking system basically is interested in what keywords that are related to the job role the employer is looking for. An employer that is looking for a web developer that is good with PHP and MySQL, what are the keywords the applicant tracking system will be looking for? PHP, MySQL. Now, if you have a resume that is made of JPEG, that is a picture, the applicant tracking system cannot read pictures. The applicant tracking system only can read PDF and Microsoft Word files. All right, so it scans through it by words, just like you have in Google. All right, now let us move forward. The applicant tracking system file format I said is Microsoft Word or PDF. All right, now going further, I'm going to show you a sample resume template. Now, this sample resume template, you have the header which has your name, your email, your phone number, your LinkedIn profile, your GitHub profile, if you're a developer or a data analyst or any technical role, then your portfolio profile. Then we have the professional summary that summarizes your experience and how you have been able to use this particular role to help other organizations. All right, they'll have a technical skills that summarizes your hard skills or you have gotten. They have the work experience that talks about the job experience you have gotten in your area of work. All right, now your job experience should come with your job title, your company, the company name. All right, is it remote? All right, and the month and year of the particular job. All right, now the job title, for instance, can be like what is the title of job you are already working on. All right, now you write your work experience from the most recent to the past, from the most recent to the what to the past. The most recent job, which job are you currently doing now? You are going to bring it first before your past role. Then your job title should come first, followed by the company name you are working with, and then what is it, remote or on-site, and then the month and year you started till the day that job ended. All right, now the next that follows in line are your responsibilities. The responsibilities that you performed in that particular job role, you also highlight them and bullet them. Now look at this. Your responsibilities, you should ensure that responsibilities should be measurable. Like this, it developed and maintained scalable web applications, improving system performance by X%. They are using numbers to quantify how well you were able to improve that organization that you perform similar tasks. Now, your responsibilities in your most recent job should align with the employer's requirements. For instance, you go online and then you search for a particular job and they need a web developer that can be able to work as a team and maintain scalable web applications. So you have to follow those particular requirements and infuse those keywords in your responsibilities, especially in your present and most recent work experience. I encourage you, your work experience should be at least 2. 3 is fine, and even more is better. So if you have just 1 work experience, add more. All right, this shows this what gives the employer the confidence that you can be able to perform and do this job, and that you're not just a novice. If it is your first time starting out, all right, you can make use of the projects you have done as a trainee, all right, or as an intern. All of those things, you can craft them as your work experience. It's very important in a resume. Okay, so the next one follows suit. Then you can talk about your projects and open source contribution, your education, all right, and then you talk about your certifications. Where did you get the particular digital skill or tech skill or any other skill you have? Where did you get it, and where were you certified? Is it online, offline? So those places you will have to put them in. Now, moving on. This is a resume sample. We have the name of the person, the email, phone number, LinkedIn profile, portfolio link. All right. Now we also have professional summary. Let's look at this professional summary. Results-driven software developer with 5+ years of experience in building scalable web applications and software solutions. Proficient in JavaScript, Python, PHP. So this is more like a summary of who you are as a web developer, or any position you are applying for. The good thing about this is the ChatGPT can assist you to do this, but you have to give it the right prompting. Right? It's based on the particular role that particular company needs. ChatGPT can as well help you to give you the right prompting that you can use for that. Right? Now, moving on, we have technical skills. There you put all your core technical skills for this role. Then we have work experience, which I've already talked about. You see the senior software engineer, Domus Limited, this is remote, and it started in June 2021, and this is the current position present. So it starts from the most recent job experience, all right, in a descending order to the past job experience. Then we come down to your projects, your education, all right, and then your certification. If you have any other information, you also add it up. Fine. Now, this is your resume. For instance, now you go online and then we go to a job board, and where we search for a particular job role. All right. For instance, we are looking for a particular job role we want to apply, and we go to a platform like We Work Remotely. And when we go to a platform like We Work Remotely, all right, we are looking, maybe the platform is looking for, let's go to this job board, We Work Remotely, and then we look for a particular job role there. Okay, let's say we are looking for, there are many jobs here. Okay, let's look for a software developer, a designer. Okay, let's say a PHP or Python developer, and this is 100% remote. All right, I will click on this. Now when we go to this particular job role, you're going to see the requirements this particular recruiter needs. The person there has to say what you will do, must have skills. Are you seeing this? So this must have skills should be, you have to highlight your technical skills in relation to these must have skills. They need someone with proficiency in Python, who has experience in SQL and MySQL, who has solid foundation of PHP and JavaScript. So your technical skills in your resume should at least have all of these. It is quite important. All right. Then when you come over to your work experience, or go back to the job role again, your work experience should have, all right, like a requirement of things that they need from you, what you will do, implement and maintain automated testing for all tools to ensure reliability. Now you can go back to your responsibility, the recent responsibility, and then you coin this. Okay, you can say, okay, worked by implementing and maintaining automated testing for all tools to ensure reliability in my workplace. You copy this, coin it to look at like what? An active what tense. Okay, you use it and then you put it in your resume responsibilities. The essence of this is this, so that your resume should be ATS compliant. Because now when this pool of resumes are put in, when these resumes are put in a pool of, when we have over 10,000 persons that apply for a particular role, a HR may not be able to go through all of them, but the applicant tracking system helps the HR to pick out resumes that have those particular keywords, right? And the applicant tracking system can only track resumes that are plainly written in text form like this and not designed with colors. Thank you very much for being there and taking that bold step to write your first and update your already existing resume. Wish you success as you take on this journey. Now you have gotten the steps that are involved in writing a good resume. Congratulations. The next is for you to create a good portfolio. Now you have taken a bold step, you've gotten your resume. Now it is not easier for a recruiter to go through your resume and then call you. In fact, the resume is the first point of call before you get a particular role. That's what will sell you to the world. So you have been able to get how you can structure and create your resume. Right? So the next part I'm going to be showing you is how to create a portfolio. Right? So I encourage you to take the next module, right, and follow up and become a better person, getting a good job, landing a remote job, and earning so much from it. See you.